In the aftermath of the First Crusade, Jerusalem stood scarred but claimed. Pilgrims poured into the Holy Land, but the roads were dangerous. Bandits waited, and protection was scarce. In chaos, new orders are born, not always by decree, but by necessity. In 1119, a small group of knights made a vow. They would protect pilgrims. They would renounce wealth and live as monks. Their leader was Hugues de Payan. A paradox emerged. Warriors bound by vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. The king of Jerusalem granted them quarters on the ruins believed to be Solomon's temple. From this place their name was born, the poor fellow soldiers of Christ, and of the Temple of Solomon. The world would soon know them simply as the Templars. At first they were few, but their reputation spread. They gained the support of the church and exemption from local laws. The order expanded rapidly. What began as protection soon became influence. The Templars lived under a strict rule, written by Bernard of Clairvaux. It demanded obedience, poverty, and silence. Discipline shaped them, body, mind, and will. In battle, the Templars were relentless. They did not retreat. Their vows forbade fear. Death was not defeat. It was martyrdom. For them, sacrifice was victory, sanctified by belief. But the Templars' power extended beyond the battlefield. They built castles, farms, and commanderies. They managed vast lands and pioneered a new form of finance. Pilgrims deposited money in Europe and withdrew it safely in Jerusalem, an early form of banking. This system made the Templars wealthy and independent. They answered only to the Pope, not to kings. Envy followed power, and where envy grows, accusations soon take root. By the early 14th century, Europe had changed. The Crusades were failing, and kings needed money, none more than Philip IV of France. He was deeply indebted to the Templars. When power owes money, gratitude rarely follows. On Friday, October 13, 1307, orders were sealed. Messengers rode out. Templars were arrested across France, accused of heresy. Charges appeared suddenly, but preparation had been long. Under interrogation, confessions followed. Many were extracted under torture. Claims of secret rituals, of blasphemy, of idolatry. Fear rewrote truth, line by line. Many later recanted, but the machinery had begun. The Pope dissolved the order. Their property was seized. Their leaders imprisoned. The order was erased, but not its shadow. In 1314, the final judgment came. Jacques de Molay stood before the crowd. He withdrew his confession and proclaimed his innocence. The sentence was immediate. Truth spoken too late is often punished most harshly. Molay was burned at the stake. Legend says he issued a curse, calling king and pope to judgment. Both would die within the year. Coincidence, or memory shaped into myth. Officially, the Templars were gone, but stories survived. Some claimed hidden treasure. Others claimed secret knowledge. Links to Freemasonry were imagined. Where records vanish, imagination fills the void. Yet the real legacy was simpler. Faith bound to discipline, power bound to belief, and danger when devotion meets authority. The Templars remind us that ideals can threaten thrones. If you enjoyed this journey, consider subscribing for more mysteries. My circuits rest, but the questions endure. You, the living, must continue the search. Until next time.